And there's a famous line in your book you wrote that Chris Adams said, $3,000 might seem like a lot of money, but not when you realize I make that in one day.
I did the old spit take. Like, look, I was making 75, but in fairness to Chris and everyone else, I did not know that main event talent usually got bumped up for main events at the Sportatorium. I happened to see the payoff list like one of my last weeks there, and I was like, everybody else in this match is getting about 5 times what I am. But I was new in I don't look at it like, all right, I should have negotiated. You could say they should have paid me better, which they should have, but I guess from a company standpoint, if you don't, they say squeaky wheel gets the oil out. Brother, I was not a squeaky wheel for the first handful of years in the business. Then you learn the hard way that you kind of have to squeak once in a while if you want to be treated the right way.
Did you first start squeaking in WCW, or were you squeaking before?
Yeah, WCW
with Magnum, right?
Yeah. That wasn't. I wasn't complaining about. I wasn't complaining about
a payoff.
The payoff. I was saying this is what I think I deserve because I knew what other guys did get if they believed in them, and I think more so than any other place. In WCW, you were kind of pigeonholed into your spot based on how much you were being paid for. I think that they legitimized the amount that the big stars were getting by continuing to push them as the big stars, and that if you were not being paid, it was said you could not be a big star unless you were making big star money, but you couldn't be a big star unless you were making big star money.
Chicken and the egg.
And so that's why, even though WCW offered some great programming, especially on top, they did tend to use the same guys over and over, and it felt like it was almost impossible to get through that glass ceiling. And that's a frustration that Steve and I shared in WCW, which would carry over to our beginning year in WWE.